her. Hold on. Can you hear me now? Can you up? We got it, y'all. We got it, y'all. Hey, y'all. It's your girl. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Tips Tea Thursday. And this is actually all right. All right, all right, all right. Hey y'all, welcome to Tips Tea Thursday. Yes, it is Tips Tea Thursday with your girl. And what's Tips Tea Thursday? What Tips Tea Thursday is where you come in here and see, you come in here and you get tips tea with your girl. So if you are new to the chat, type in the chat hashtag tips. Why? Because I want you to go ahead and get your notebook. Where's mine? Man, it's over there, y'all. Look, it's been a long day. Has it been a long day for y'all? Type in the comment, type in the chat, long day if it's been a long day. But if it's been cool, type in the chat and let me know that too. Be like, nah, it was cool, but it's been a long day. My notebook is over there, but I always want you to have your notebook for your tips. So again, if you are new to Tips Tea Thursday with your girl, type in the chat hashtag tips because I always want you to have your notebook for your tips. But if you are OG, you already know what to type in. You want to type in hashtag sips. Why? Because you are going to be sipping with your girl tonight. Yes, we are sipping on tonight. I'm sipping on some tea. Hold on. Duh, because we getting tips tea tonight. Yeah. So, but look, it's not every Thursday. It's not tea, y'all. Sometimes it's tequila. All right. Sometimes it's to wine. Sometimes it's a to whiskey. Nah, it's never to whiskey. I don't. I'm not a whiskey girl. I'm a tequila girl. And wine is cool. But look, I, tea is always gonna be my jam. Let me tell y'all, tea gonna always be my jam. So speaking of, we gonna get into something tonight, all right? But hold on, no, I am gonna get my notebook. Y'all sit up there and wait, cause I want y'all to get y'all notebook. Hold on, don't go nowhere. Don't see, I'm back. I'm back here for a good time, not a long time. But again. Y'all see this, right? Get y'all notebook for y'all tips. Uh-oh, it's upside down. Y'all get y'all notebook for y'all tips because y'all gonna be writing down some tips today. Because we are talking about the past. We are at the end of Black History Month. How did y'all celebrate? Talk to me. I'll talk back. Again, if you are new to the chat, type in the chat hashtag tips because I want you to type in and get your notebook for your tips. But if you are OG, hold on. If you are OG, type in hashtag sips and get your cup. All right, get your cup and your sips because we getting into the past today. Because I'm sick of y'all. I am sick of y'all. Y'all know when I'm sick of y'all, I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna talk to y'all about why I'm sick of y'all because I am so tired of hearing back in the day they did this and we need to go back to what they did back in the day. Back in the day they did. I want to know who's back in the day and did y'all experience this back in the day? So that's what we gonna get into. Hold on. Let me sit because I want to see who up in here. Talk to me, I talk back. I got my cousin in here. I hear you, cousin. I'm on here with you. I'm ready for you to get. Look, come on, cousin. We ready to get into this because I want to tell y'all the past is not your past. All right, you hear me? You feel me? I want y'all to write that down. Hold on, because I got everybody over here. I want y'all to hear me when I say it because I'm going to say it again. The past is not your past. For an example, and I'm gonna tell you, Rob, again, Black History Month is coming to an end. Excuse me. We love a good Black History Month. Y'all celebrated. We was woke. We did everything this month, right? But history is what it is. History is there. So, reason why I'm bringing this up today It's because y'all know your girl got a podcast, The Keepsake Corner, and it airs every Saturday. And I only interview my fellas. I only interview my guys because I want the guys to have their perspectives uninterrupted. And I just want the ladies to listen. I mean, y'all can type, y'all can comment, y'all can chat, y'all can do what y'all want to do. And I go back to my fellas. I'll be like, yo, she said, whoop, whoop, whoop. How you feel about that? But what I keep hearing is about why the broken home system is because the system back in the day took the black man out the house because they had to, in order to get section 8 or in order to get government assistance, and that's where this all started. That's where the broken home and that's where the independence. First of all, the past is not your past. That's gonna be the theme for the night. If you with me, the past is not your past. Because A, that's what happened then. And B, how you know? How do you know that that is what happened? Look, I'm not usually this hype, y'all, but look, I am so tired of people blaming what's going on in this ratchet relationship world today on the past, on what was going on back in the day where our grandmas and our grandpas. Hold on, because I got Cuzzo up in here. Let's talk about it because everybody want to bring up, oh, we not doing what our grandparents did back in the day. And oh, our grandparents. Whose grandparents? Because y'all don't want to hear the stories about my grandparents. All right, okay? Because I want to know, whose grandparents are you guys talking about when you guys are talking about these grandparents did it back in the day and this and that? Hey, Keandra, I am sitting up here talking about how the past is not your past because people always want to blame what's going on today because we not doing what was happening back in the day. So again, everybody, oh, we not doing what our grandparents did back in the day. Let me tell y'all, I don't want to do what my grandparents did back in the day. And trust me, y'all don't want me to do what my grandparents did back in the day. Let me give y'all a little story about my grandparents since we always want to bring up generations and how it was working back in the day and how we need to go back in the day. I'm not going to give y'all too many stories because we'll be tips tea all night. All right. But let's just go to my mama's side. Shout out to all my family because my family is amazing, okay? But it's a big family, and I'm gonna tell you why it's a big family, okay? It's a big family because my grandma has 6 children by three men. All right. So my granny has 6 children by 3 different men. Now, my grandfather, the first one, my biological grandfather, my mother's father, woo, he has, from what we know, because Papa was a rolling stone, wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when no, grandpa's still here. But grandpa, from what we know, has 8 children by about 7 different women. And that's questionable because we think that is some other ones out there. But hold on. I'm just gonna tell y'all though. I'm telling y'all this story, but everybody loves each other. All right. I have, and then when I talk to people, I always say I have a lot of grandfathers. I have a lot of grandmothers, and they like how. This is how. This is how. But whatever they did do back in the day, they made sure that everybody was in contact. We are all a loving family. But are y'all picking up what your girl is laying down right here? Type in the comment, type in the chat. Hey, Kenosha. Yes, you are here on live, and we are talking about how the past is not your past. All right, that's what we are talking about up in here. So I'm going back because again, now y'all want to talk about how it was working back in the day. For who? For who? And not to mention, shout out to my grandparents. My mom is a twin. Rest in peace to my uncle. I miss my uncle so much, but my mama was a twin. They had twins at 15. Uh-huh. 15 years old. And I think it was either my grandfather was 14 and my grandma was 15, or my grandfather was 15 and my grandma was 16. They had twins. So if y'all want to tell me that we should go back to what they was doing back in the day, I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it because the past is not your past. All right, type in the comment, type in the chat. That might be too much said. The past is not your past, but I want you to write it down. All right, I want you to write it down. Yes, Kenosha, let's love on each other. Yes. Oh my gosh. So let me tell y'all. Type in the comment, type in the chat. Whose generations are we going back to? Huh? I want to know. Because I'm so tired of back in the day, the men used to do this. And back in the day, the women used to do this. How you know? Was you back in the day? Was you back in the day? Because you today day. You with me today day. And all I see today day is what was happening today day. All right. So how you know what was going on back in the day? I mean, because even the stories that I hear today, I'd be like, whoa, y'all was doing that. I still wasn't there, but they was back in the day. And also, I want to know how many of you fellas have really experienced y'all women kicking y'all out the house because Section 8 was on their way to do a check. Now, hold on. I am not saying that that has not happened. I am not saying that that is the case. And I am definitely not knocking Section 8. All right, because your girl, when she turned 18, she was on I think I'm still on the wait list for Section 8. I think I'm still on the wait list. Y'all want to call me? Hello? I am still waiting to be on Section 8. That is not what I am saying. What I am saying is the comments that be coming up on the social media and everything else be, oh well, this all started and it's systematically because systematically they said get the black man out the house if you needed some assistance in the system and the government, and then the child support gonna come. How you know? How you know? How you know? Hold on. Let me type in. Let me check on my people in the comments. Kenosha, what you saying? Yes, the past is not my past. Thank you, Kenosha, for saying it. Let me see. She said my dad has multiple kids. I don't know why I'm trying to play with y'all because I can't see without my glasses. I was really trying. I can't see with my glasses. So if y'all see me squinting, hold on. You know what? How about we just go here? Kenosha said, my dad has multiple kids as well by different women each. Ooh, wow, twins. Nah, we shouldn't. Is there more? Hold on. See, y'all, I can't. Ooh, y'all. Oh, yes, that was it. Nah, I'm making a new one. My own generation. Yes, that is what I'm talking about. Create your own generations. Your past, the past is not your past, and your past is not your present. All right. So anyway, back to what I was saying, because this is really boiling my keepsake grits. I'm telling you, this is boiling my keepsake grits. So I also want to talk to my fellas because here is my thing. I hear you. You always say, oh, child support in the system. And again, hold on. Let me bring it back. Let me make a disclaimer. I feel like I need to make a disclaimer. I am not a man. I am not speaking from a man's point of view. I do not know what it feels to be a man. I am not a man. But I grew up surrounded by lovely, amazing men. I have men besties. Shout out to Duna, who just got up in here. Shout out Duna, who is my male bestie. And I have been interviewing men. So I am quoting my fellas. All right. So back to what I am saying. Fellas, what I want to know is, all right, hold on. If if the government, or if your woman, your lady, your child's mother had to go on Section 8, it was a situation where you needed the assistance. You needed it, you had to do it, right? And she just had to. Y'all had to do what y'all had to do at the moment. Again, I'm not saying that assistance is not needed. But what I am saying is, did that mean breakup? Because the way that you guys are saying it is like, oh, the government made me get out the house in order to do the inspection so that we can get the Section 8. That was just get out the house. Like for a couple hours, go shoot some pool, go to the basketball court, go to your mama house and chill, go to your fam house, go to the hood. I don't know. That did not mean break up. So why are you guys sitting up here blaming the system on why you guys had to get out of the house for a couple of hours? All right. No, 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 no. So y'all missing some points here. Did y'all break up? Did she kick you out? Because you could have came back. You could have came back. All right. And not only that, on one of my shows that I did with my boy Evan, I didn't number my episodes, but y'all go back and see it. It was a point there that saying those assistants are supposed to be temporary, guys. They're supposed to be temporary fixes. Yeah, y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all see what I mean? So therefore, getting those Section 8, getting the EBTs, getting the whatever you need to get, it's supposed to be temporary. So therefore, you get yourselves out of the positions to have to need that assistance, which again doesn't mean breakup. So how did the government make y'all relationship fumble? Those are the type of things that I want you guys to start asking yourselves when you guys are blaming the past and all of these external factors on these things and these broken homes that you guys are creating. And I'm talking the terms. I'm not talking broken homes because you're not creating broken homes. You're creating the term broken homes. Y'all feel me? Type in the comment, type in the chat if you are here with me, if you are still with me. All right. Again, if you are new, type in the chat hashtag tips because what? I want you to get your notebook and write down these tips that I'm giving you because we are going to sit up here and throw the past is not your past. But if you are an OG, you know what to do. Come sit with your girl. And I know I've been up in here chatting. Hold on. It's tea tonight, but who knows? Because in a minute, it might be a little tequila. All right, now, how y'all feeling? The past is not your past. All right, so let's get into another one that I really want y'all to, because do y'all really think that relationships was better off back in the day? And why? And then I don't want y'all to come at me with no statistics. Although I'm not knocking statistics at all. Statistics are statistics for a reason, but it's still filled out on paper and all that other kind of stuff, and there still can be some errors. So for an example, the statistic could be, oh, in 1970, 90% of households had both parents in the home. Okay, bet. I'm pretty sure that was it. But how many of those homes were happy? How many of those involved domestic violence? How many of those involved anything other than unhealthy, loving relationship? But all you guys want to focus on is the fact of that number being a home that was together. Let me get in my comments. What Donna, what you saying? Some guys feel that child support is like saying they don't take care of their kids when most of the men are there in their kids' lives being a father and financially supportive, and most, not all women use that check as a way to for us to come up for themselves. Okay, I feel you. I feel you. Again, I'm not a man and I feel you. And I get that because I've heard that a lot. I've heard that a lot. Now, again, I am not saying that the system is not against my fellas. I'm not even saying it's not against some women in some cases. I'm not saying that. But, as a mother, as a mother, as a single mother, and I use that lightly because I had a lot of support around me. Just it was not from her father, but I had so much support around me. But uh, as a mother, I am going to address I'm just going to address that really quickly. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm not dismissing those feelings because they are what they are. But as a mother, that statement is one of those that's just like, yes, all right. It might seem as if the check that the father gives to the mother, the check, the cash, or whatever it seems that they give to the mother, and then next thing you know, she's at the hair salon on Saturday. Like, it it's unfair to believe that the money that you gave her was the same dollars that she went and got her hair done with. Like she made the appointment specifically with your money in mind. Now, what I will say to this point is that child support or off child support and willingly giving money to the mother of your child, that happens when, and I'm not saying it like this, once a month, twice a month, weekly, however it might be. But I want you guys to take this into consideration. As a mother, we are spending our dollars, our pennies daily, daily. So that money that we get from the father, when it actually hits our hand, the child we're probably already in the negative on what we did for our kids. Y'all feel me? Like, I just want you guys to process this for a minute, because now I'm just speaking as, now I'm not saying this for everybody. I am not saying, because there are some out there that will do what you are saying, that you just use the money and not doing what they have to do for the kids. That's different. When you are not doing what you have to do for the kids, but you are coming up, that's something different. But that is not what we're saying, because now the thought is that not every, now the thought is that, when we give, why we give it directly to them, all she gonna do is use it for herself. So I just want y'all to process that. Just process that. But again, you know, every situation is different. There's a percentage over here, and then there's a percentage over here when we talk about these things like that. All right. But again, if you are just joining me, Tips Tea Thursday. Speaking of Tips Tea Thursday, I want to give a shout out to, because I told y'all we be sipping over here, and I got a package. I'm gonna unpackage it. Is that what you say? Unpackage it. I don't know. But because your girl's always sipping some tea and giving y'all the tea, my girl from Milk and Melts sent me some tea. Hold on. And she said, "Thank you, girlfriend. Enjoy your tea." Oh my God, look at that. Yes. So shout out to Milk. Let me see what she got up in here. Lavender garden tea. Oh my goodness. Y'all, look at this lavender garden tea. And it's loose leaf. It's loose leaf. So I will be sipping and stipping, steeping and sipping, steeping and sipping and stipping. Lavender. That's like, that might be for tonight. But hold on, let me see what else I got. I'm gonna get back to the topic at hand. But I gotta see what else. The Book Nook Brew. Oh, this got a little cinnamon and vanilla bean in this one. Oh, this might be tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday while I'm reading. Mm-hmm. Hold on. And then lastly, pineapple fling tea. Let me tell y'all about this pineapple fling tea. When I first met her at her booth, I smelled this and I said, "Oh!" And my cousin Day, shout out to Day, she smelled it. She was like, "Oh, it just make you wanna, oh, cause this pineapple, oh, this one, yeah." Follow. I'm gonna type in the chat. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the hand. Hey, let's go. Let's get back to the subject at hand, y'all, because I'm not gonna keep y'all all night, because I do have a dear keepsake letter that I want to get into it. But anyway, let's get into this, because what? The past is not your past. Cut the back in the day. I don't want to hear nothing about back in the day. All right. So before we get into this deep dear keepsake letter, what I'm gonna start doing on these Tipsy Thursdays, y'all, is I'm gonna start giving y'all some tips to write down before I get into the shenanigans. All right. But it's always gonna be about this. So y'all ready? Grab your notebooks and your cup, because This is what I want y'all to stop saying. When y'all say back in the day, women stood by their man no matter what. Nah, 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 nah. Because how you know? How you know? And then what is stood by your man? That was not loyalty back in the day. That was survival. Women were not staying because they were happy. And then how you know? How you know? They were staying because they didn't have options back in the day. Y'all want to talk about he brought home the bacon, he did all this. Where was she gonna go? She ain't had no bacon. She wasn't pig. She wasn't pig. She ain't had no bacon. All right. So we gonna stop that. That's not love. That's endurance. Okay. Back in the day, women stood by their men. No. So write that down. Y'all ready for the next one? Whew. Fellas, fellas. My dad never had to talk about his feelings and he handled his business. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Y'all know tomorrow is Fellas Friday, and I'm sick of y'all too because y'all, for stuff like this, y'all harbor, y'all hold it in, y'all be going here and man up, y'all just go, gotta get this money, gotta get this, gotta be the provider, gotta do all that. And then what happens? What happens? Then y'all get sick. Y'all do no. Back in the day, why y'all think it was called the crack era? I ain't saying it like that. I'm just saying, yeah. How many of y'all know, since y'all want to go back in the day and looking at the movies and stuff, how many of y'all seen the movies where he just came home from work, kicked off his shoes, sat in that couch, sat in that chair like this, and had a couple beers until he passed out? He had an addiction because all he was doing was handling his business and not talking about his feelings and all that. Y'all need to stop that. Y'all got to stop that, fellas. Y'all hear me? They been checked out of their marriages. All they did was bring home the bacon and get a beer or some whiskey or whatever it was. Sick of y'all. What else? I'm gonna give y'all maybe one or two more. Type in the comments, type in the chat if y'all picking up what I'm laying down on this Tipsy Thursday. Cause I'm sick of y'all. What else? A real woman cook, clean, and submit, just like my grandma did. Who grandma? Whose? Because not mine. Now hold on, because we just talked about my maternal grandma, which shout out because I'm a grandma. Shout out me. I took Granny, and this is the other thing that sparked this whole conversation because I took Granny to go get her hair done last week, and let me tell you, that's you want to know about your past. Take Granny to get her hair done. Take Granny to get her hair done. We was in there for hours talking. I learned some things about my granny, and that's when I said, Generation who? Now, one thing Granny did say, all right, she don't regret nothing. Now, I mean, she did. I did learn that Granny had one that got away, y'all. Oh, that was some good stuff. Granny had one that got away. But again, the past is not your past. All right. Now, my paternal grandma, may she rest in peace. That was good old Mitty Jean. I love me some Mitty Jean, but Mitty Jean didn't love me back. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Shout out to Granny. But my brother was her favorite. My brother was definitely her favorite. Now, Grandma Mitty was married, and then my grandpa, may he rest in peace, he passed away when my dad was young. So I never met him. But when I was born, she was with Grandpa Joe. And she was with Grandpa Joe all up until she passed away. So that's a different story. And Grandma Mitty had 10 kids, and my daddy is the baby of 10. Okay. So now, if y'all want to go back in the day, then I could go over there back in the day. I could go to the Matwai side of the back in the day. But then again, I don't know. I don't know because I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I don't know what grandma and grandpa had going on in there. I could ask some stories. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what her and Grandpa Joe had going on just because they was together all them years and there was only two men. I don't know. But guess what? They past is not my past. All right? Not at all. Now, me, on the other hand, grew up in a loving two-parent home. It's me and my brother. That's it. Me, my brother. Whoop whoop. Shout out to my brother. What's going on? What's going on? Shout out to my parents. Y'all know I'm a daddy's girl. And then My daughter's father, when I broke off our engagement, he was gone. He was gone, you know? But the past is not my past, nor is it your girl's present? It will not be her future. All right. Come on, type in the chat with me. Type in the chat if you are new and you just coming in up in here, because guess what? We almost at the end of getting Tips Tea Thursday, y'all. Get your notebook for your tips. I already done told you. We gonna get into this dear keepsake letter. All right, y'all, because I'm not gonna keep y'all for long because y'all been boiling my grip. But tomorrow, fellas Friday, I got something for y'all. Now, y'all ready for this dear keepsake letter? Real quick, real quick. No, 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 no. Before we get into this dear keepsake letter, I want to dissect the song since we are hold on. Um there is this song called If You Can't Be With the One You Love, Then Love the One You With. All right, since y'all want to talk about back in the day and how it used to be, let me see what year was this song? I don't even know, but this song old. This song is old. So the lyrics to this song says, if you're down and confused and you don't remember who you're talking to, concentration slips away because your baby is so far away. Well, there's a rose in the flister glove, and the eagles fly with the dove. And if you can't be with the one you love, then love the one you're with. Don't be angry. Don't be sad. Don't sit crying over good times you had. There's a girl right next to you, and she's just waiting for something to do. Because if you can't be with the one you love, then love the one you with. Turn your heartache right into joy because she's a girl and you're a boy. Get it together and make it nice. You ain't going to need any more advice. Because if you can't be with the one you love, then love the one you with. And this was written back in the day. The same back in the day that y'all want us to go back to. I like that. We gonna keep dissect songs. Not tonight though. Not tonight. I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna squeeze that in the Tipsy Thursday show. But let's end this with a dear keepsake letter. All right. What's a dear keepsake letter? A dear keepsake letter is an anonymous letter that people write into me. I send the link out in my email list. Are you on my email list? Get on my email list. Link in bio. I send it out. I have a community. Are you a part of my community? It's free. Link in bio. My community is off social media. It's over there where you get all the keepsakes. You get everything, exclusives. Anyway, but they are the ones that submit my dear keepsake letters. And anybody random, I never know who it is. And I read them out loud. I give my keepsakes. You give your keepsakes. All right. Y'all ready for this one tonight? Here we go. Dear keepsake, I'm in a relationship with a man who constantly compares me to the women in his family. Every time we argue, he says things like, my mom never complained like this, or my grandma took care of everything without expecting so much back. He thinks because women from past generations put up with more, I should too. I feel like he's trying to guilt me into lowering my standards, but every time I push back, he says, you just don't know how to keep a man. Am I being too modern, or is he using the past as a weapon? Sincerely, not my grandma. Sincerely, not my grandma. This was a short one. This was a short one. Sometimes they're a little longer. This is cool. So type in the comment. I read it. Type in the comment. Type in the chat what you guys think about this. I'll go through it again. I'm going to jump through it because I see something that I already want to address. Am I being too modern? I'm sick of y'all. What is modern? What is a modern woman? What is a traditional woman? What is a modern relationship? What is a traditional relationship? Huh? Like, y'all throw that around and then you try to compare. But like I said earlier, the past is not your past. And who told you that? We don't know what was going on like that. All right. Let me get in the comments. Oh, bro just got in the comments. He said, "Dude tripping. Dude is tripping." Yes, because let me tell you another thing that caught my attention. He said, "You just don't know how to keep a man." What I want to know, and I got your back. I got your back real quick. Huh? I got your back. What I want to know is, do your mama have a man? And do your granny have a man? Where's your dad? Or stepfather? Where's your grandfather? That's my first question. Now, whether it's yes or no, I don't know. I'm not saying that you don't or you do, but how dare you? How dare you say that's you just don't know how to keep a man and you are her man? Let me get in the comments. What was that? Does he keep traditional values of a man? Does he keep traditional values of a man? Because again, what is a traditional woman? What are traditional values? And to whose tradition? Kenosha said he just isn't for her, and that's okay. I hate those titles, etc. Yes, yes. And again, instead of down talking her, because essentially this is what this is. He's down to everything every time you do something that is not pleasing or appealing to him, you down talk her. Which I do want to say that this is the very thing that men accuse women of doing all the time. But that's neither here or there because we are not battling it out. But what I do want everybody to recognize is the fact that everyone straight across the board, let's stop the men versus women thing, because at some point that is why, when it's conflict, you always want to say, "Oh, you acting like a B word," or you acting like a, but no, because at some point it's individual, it's personal, it's how you act. So let's get that out though. Let's throw that out there. Okay. And the same thing about tradition and modern. How many of you guys know exactly your tradition or your modern? Is that word? Is that the word? Anyway, whatever. Y'all see where I'm going with this. How many? And then, to my understanding, a tradition is something that is carried on from generations to or not even generations. Tradition, yeah, tradition is something that you carry on. So when you talk about a traditional relationship, that's something that you're carrying on. And at the beginning of this show, I gave y'all my story about my grandparents, and bro just got in here, but I broke it down on how we got a lot of grandparents and everything, and how people want to say back in the day, oh, we need relationships, how grandma and grandpa used to do it. Not my grandpa and my grandma. So that's not tradition. That's not modern. That's not none of that. All right. You can be carrying bad habits. Yes, you can definitely be carrying bad habits. So that's why I want you guys to say, stop saying we need to go back to what they were doing in the past. We don't know what they were doing back then. We don't know. Do you know? What was you doing back then? Yes, my bro said I got like five grandpas. I'm telling you, I told them the whole story. So what I'm saying is I want you guys really to sit up there and think about your own families before you guys get on the podcast, before you guys get on these stages or in these groups or at the kickbacks and y'all start having these discussions and y'all want to sit up there and say, "Oh, but back in the day they were doing this and we need to go back and the man was taking care and the woman did this." But when y'all having those discussions, I want you guys to think about your own families. What's your grandpa and your grandma was doing? What were your grandparents doing? And not only that, what was your uncles doing? What was your cousins doing? Because who are you guys comparing this to? I ask people, a lot of people love the Cosbys, love the TV shows. You know why? Because that is what they saw because they did not see it in theirs. Now, I'm not saying that's the case because I love those too. And I grew up in a loving two-parent home with my bro. Shout out. But then I'm saying everyone idolizes those because it was loving and all of that. That's neither here or there though. What was your grandparents' lifestyle like? Since we all need to go back to what they were doing back in the day. And then y'all want to blame so much on music today. Y'all heard some of the songs from the 60s and the 70s? I'm not even going to go back to the 50s because I'm not pulling that back up. Y'all heard some of them songs? I'm going to tell y'all something. Back in the day, had the most cheating songs ever. What are y'all talking about? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And that's just as we lay. We forgot about tomorrow as we lay. What? Back in the day, and y'all want to blame today's music? Come on now. Make it make sense. Ain't that what y'all say these days? Make it make sense. The past is not your past. Now, again, I am not saying that you guys did not see some things, but what I want to tell y'all, and I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna leave. Oh no, we're not even finished with my letter. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll be getting into it. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna make this point because I'm not gonna leave. We're gonna still get into this letter. But think about it this way: if you grew up a certain way in a certain generation, you're going to carry that on. I grew up in a loving two-parent home. You know, I'm not discounting anybody else or whatever because that didn't make it easy. That was not the golden ticket. But I grew up in a loving two-parent home. So therefore, I created loving homes. The people that grew up in loving homes, those are the generations that we want to follow. You want to follow those generations. Who's that in the and like Tank said in the comment, you can have some bad habits that you're passing down. Do you want to pass those down? And really look at yourselves too. Let me get back to this letter. Look at yourselves. Do you want to be the generation that needs to be broken? Do you want to be the generational curse? Anyway, back to the letter, y'all. Every time we argue, he says things like, let's stop right there. Every time we argue, I coach mastering conflict resolution. That is my signature topic because every time conflict arises, someone wants to weaponize instead of just working that thing out. I'm not saying it can get heated, but there are temperatures. It's levels to this heat that we can have, y'all. All right, we don't have to be Arizona. We don't have to be Arizona. We don't have to be. What's another hot one? What's another hot? It don't even matter. But we also don't have to be Antarctica and be cold either. Come on, get that. Be Cali now. If we gonna be Cali, now I get it, cause Cali been tripping. Our Cali weather out here been moody, been tripping, and that's how conflict comes. But let's bring that thermostat down, because stuff like this happens. My mom never complained like this. How you know? How you know your mama never complained? Ask your daddy. Ask your daddy if your mom ever complained. How you know? But not only that, that's not your mom. That is your woman. That's your woman, not your mom. So if your mom never complained like that, and then what is complaining? We can dissect this all day, but I'm not going to do it. My grandma took care of everything without expecting so much back. We could say a couple of things about grandma. But then how you know? How you know? How you know what she got back and what she didn't expect, or what she did and what she didn't get back? How do you know? Now, on the flip side, hold on, let me bring it back because I can say that maybe you know because your dad and your grandpa told you these stories. But I don't know. Everything is subjective. But even if so, the past is not your past. You are not your daddy and you are not your grandfather, your stepfather, you're not. And any woman that you meet will not be your mother and your grandmother. It's just not going to happen. And if you are looking for your mother and your grandmother, stay with your mama and your grandma. Let's go back up in here. He thinks because women from past generations put up with more. And then, oh my God, I just had a keepsake moment. What is put up with? Because remember, I said earlier, we don't know what was going on in those houses. And I'm not saying anything about domestic violence. We're not condoning that. But I am saying, how do we know what was going on in those households? Because what does put up with more mean? Because that could be infidelity. Want to talk about back in the day? Back in the day, these men had different households that they were definitely taking care of. Y'all feel me? Tank said facts. I'm just saying. They had two. Now, I haven't heard or seen that they had more than two families. I don't think that's what I was going on. You didn't have Benjamin. You didn't have Mr. Benjamin having three families. Mr. Benjamin probably only had two. Mr. Theodore, they only probably had about two families, right? That was it. That was all. But is that put up with more? Because we heard a lot of them stories since we want to go off the past. So again, talk to me, I'll talk back. I should too. Girl, I feel like he's trying to get me into lowering my standards. Oh, pause right there. Because that just lets me know that you know that he's not your standard. Light bulb moment. Y'all know I be having them. Because you even know. Talk me into lowering my standards. He's your low standard. He your low standard. But every time I push back, he says you just don't know how to keep a man. How you know? And then what does that say about him? What does that say about him? Because he your man and you his woman. Ooh, y'all. Mm-mm. He talking about an era he don't even understand. They were not the same resources. They're not the same people. The same. We're not even the same. Ooh, mm-mm. Yeah, type in what y'all said. Cause, whew. But these are the keepsake letters that we get, y'all. I'm telling you what Tank said. If he ain't trying to uplift you, then he's bringing you down to his own insecurities. Yes, his own insecurities. Because now that raises a question on what his relationship is with his mother and his grandmother. Like, how do they treat him? Y'all know, because it's the era of the sunshines. Y'all know I'm sick of y'all with that one too. I do not have a son. I'm not coming from that perspective, but where I am coming from is this perspective of seeing that women, the way that they give the energy until their sunshines and their kings and not their men, is it needs to be studied. But yes, their own insecurities. I'm telling you. Um his relationship with them, I'm wondering. I'm so that's why I'm wondering, where is the father and the grandfather? Because if he is idolizing his mom and his grandmother so much, what is he seeing? What is he around? So many more questions. There's so many more questions. And then, like I said, that argument is so weak that you don't know how to keep a man. I kept you. Why you? I'm not gonna get there. Anyway, if he's not bringing you up, he bringing you down, and you don't want to be down. You only want to be up. All right. Whoo, y'all. How long we been up? Look, nighttime is the right time, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Your girl is tired. But again, type in the comments, type in the chat if you are new, because I want to see my newbies. I want to see if you are new to Tips Tea Thursday. Type in the chat #tips, because every time you come in here now, you gonna have your notebook for your tips. But this is the first time for the first time, because next time when you are OG, you're gonna type in #sips. Why? Cause you gonna grab your cup like me and sip with your girl. This is some tea every time. And then we gonna get into it every time. It's so important to pay attention to who people follow as well as who the person is, who you're led by matters. Absolutely. Which is why I say environment is so important, inside and outside. A lot of people really, really want to dismiss the inside of the home because they want to go to the external pressures and the peers and the environment and how that has an effect on you. And I'm not saying that it does not, because it does. There are times when no matter what you say or what you see in the household, sometimes your largest influence is going to be the outside world. But what Tank and I are saying is that you have to have some type of leader of some good substance, of some influence, and it does not always have to be your parents, or it does not only have to be your parents. And I want us to get out of that. That is why mentorship is so important. I mentor babies. I love the babies. I've been mentoring babies for over 10 years because it's so important. When I was younger, I got into every program that you can think about when I was in elementary. I was in Girl Scouts, I was in drill team, cheerleading, because there is other influences, there are leadership. And I still grew up in a loving two-parent home. That's why there are these athletic programs for my fellas out there who need to channel their energy. If there is no fella in the home and there is a mother that is raising the son, get them out there. There are other men that you do not have to be in a relationship that can be mentors. There are so many programs out there. You just really have to want to do the work to get the leaders in place. Y'all feel me? Leadership is important. And please, please, please do not ever think that you yourself do not need leadership. It is very important. Your surroundings are important. Who you're around is very important. I think there's this saying that says something like, oh, look at the five people around you, and that's your, I don't know, something. It don't even matter. All right. Look at your circle. Are you guys growing? Are you guys uplifting each other? And that's with anybody that's around you, even family members. But especially, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go here. Specifically, your partners. Look at your partner. You guys really need to think about, is your partner making you grow? And I said making you. Yes, I use that word. I know what I said. I said what I said. And I said making you grow because it forces you. It's something that you don't even want to do, that you didn't even know that you needed to grow. And that person is making you. And I'm not talking demandingly. See, that's why yeah, get your chest down when I said making. It's not in a demanding way. You know, somebody can make me want to just be a better cook. Somebody could just make me want to smell a little fruitier. You know what I mean? Somebody could just make me want to wear my hair curly one day. That is fine. So somebody can make me want to grow. Somebody can make me want to get out of my comfort zone. What does that person do for you? Is that person uplifting you? How does that person make you feel? And I'm not talking about the challenges. We're all going to have challenges with our partner. But again, like Tank said, if you're not helping, you're hurting. And we don't want to do it. We don't want to do it, y'all. Pay attention. It's this new word, and I'm going to give y'all this last little keepsake that I'm going to give y'all because I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I appreciate y'all rocking with your girl on this Tips Tea Thursday. This is the last thing I'm gonna say, because I promise you, y'all come up with a new word that y'all fall in love with. If it's not every other week, it's bi-weekly, like a paycheck or whatever it is. But now the whole topic is, oh, y'all need to be vetting better. When you're trying to date, you need to be vetting better. Stop that. Can we stop that before it gets too far? I understand what you guys are trying to say. But Lord, can we just stop with these large words? Now, I'm not saying education. Yeah, I'm not, but I am talking about these large words that you guys find and run with them and miss and overuse. Because basically, what you guys are trying to say is date better. Stop saying vetting, vetting. You guys should vet better. Oh, vet. Because again, I know what y'all trying to say. But it's the same thing. But instead of trying to vet other people, vet yourself. I'll be sick of y'all. Vet yourself, all right? I tell people when I coach my clients, and I tell people all the time, bring you. Bring yourself. Stop worrying what the other person is going to bring to the table, to the construction site, to the blueprint, to the whatever. Stop worrying about that because I'm going to tell you something. Guess what? Eventually, you will see what that person is going to bring to your table, construction site, building, whatever it is. You are going to see. And you never know if they can bring more to the table than your table can handle. Come on now, somebody get your tea. Somebody get your notebook and your tips for your. How do I know your table even sturdy enough for what I'm about to bring to it? All right, how do I know you got that little round table when I need you to have that rectangle? Okay, I know every time I have an event, guess what? Guess what my guy asked me when I tell him, I said, hey, I need some tables and chairs. You know what he asked me? He said, you need the round tables or you need the rectangle tables. You know why? Because he know that the round tables can fit more than the rectangles. Or the rectangle. It don't even matter. Y'all see what I'm picking up, what y'all laying down. So therefore, how do I even know that your table can handle what I'm about to bring to it? Okay. How do I even know that your construction site is sturdy enough? You got the right materials for what I'm about to pack up in that building. How do you even know? Do you know? I don't think you know. So stop. Stop vetting people. Stop worrying about what people are going to bring into your life. You know what I mean? Be you. Do you. And then you will find out what they will bring to that table. And not only that, and I really that statement bringing to the table, that's why I said you don't even know. You don't even know. What if that table is that little TV tray? With the little TV tray. Y'all know the one that you flip up, flip down. What if that's the table? And I come with all of this, bringing it to it, and you can't hold it. No, be you. And what if I'm bringing more than you can handle? Y'all ever thought about that? I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go on that note because y'all wasn't even ready for that one. Y'all know what it is. Thank y'all for hanging out with your girl on this Tips Tea Thursday. Every Thursday, bring your glass, bring your cup, bring your sips, bring your tips, bring your notebook. Shout out to my girl. Oh my gosh, which one is this? Milk and Milk. You did your thing. Pineapple Fling. I cannot wait. Shout out, shout out, shout out. Appreciate Tank. Thank you, Tank. You was up in here. You know what? You commented, bro. Everybody that commented here tonight helped out. What was it? Not sincerely, not my grandma. Type back to me if you have any further questions. If you were watching, if you watched the replay, if you have any more questions, because my guess we did that. We gave you the keepsakes, and I hope you got them. Tank, Kenosha, Keandra, Brooke, everybody that came in and typed in. Thank you guys. I'm gonna give you guys something free. Get on my email list. I'm gonna give you guys, let me see, I'll come up with it. Or I might just let you guys pick from the keepsake store because the keepsake store is popping right now. It just got restocked too. All right, Tank. We pod next week. Yes, cannot wait. Oh my goodness. Listen, y'all. Y'all know how I always end my shows because I want y'all to already know. All right. Don't worry about what they say. Who is they? They been talking and they gonna keep saying what they gonna say. So let them say what they say. Who is they? All right, y'all. Peace out.